Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome, beloved. Welcome to A Spiritual Remedy. My name is Sunshine Day, and I get to be your spiritual living coach. And welcome. Oh my gosh, here we are at the end of August 2021. And this month, our theme has been wholeness, and we've been looking at wholeness and how our focus on wholeness actually begins within. And so let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a spiritual living coach, and it is my absolute joy and honor and privilege to be able to guide people in recognizing their own higher power, that own power and presence. I work specifically and intensely with people in recovery, those who are recovering from drugs and alcohol, or those who are also, looking to leave the weapons of mass distraction in the past and leave them alone and actually begin to live a life of their dreams. So I see a world where clean and sober people, where people in recovery are living their best life and loving it. The stereotype has been that, if folks are recovering drug addicts or alcoholics, that their life is, nothing. And that is furthest from the truth. So if you find yourself in recovery, if you find yourself wanting a new way of life, if you find that you are ready to embark upon a spiritual path and a spiritual journey, I can help you with your spiritual direction. And that is what I love to do. So, hit me up. This month we've been talking about, as I've been saying, we've been talking about the theme of wholeness, and it comes from my book, Begin Within. It's a playbook for living your genuine life. And I wrote this book specifically to assist folks in having a daily practice that they could actually begin to change their life. And that as you change your life for the better, things begin to shift and change. And we've been looking at wholeness. And when we look at wholeness this month, many people might say, hey, I don't feel whole. What is wholeness? With the conditions in the world today, can I really feel wholeness? Hey, Stephanie, what's up, Steph? Thank you. So here's the deal. When you place your attention on wholeness this month, you begin to develop a sense of how your life is actually filled with wholeness. What happens is that people are so used to looking for what's wrong in their life, they're never really used to looking for all the things that are right in their life. And since our focus this month has been on our wholeness, what people have been telling me is that they feel a sense of wholeness emerging. Good morning, Bertha. What's up, beloved? So let's define wholeness, right? Wholeness is, containing all components. It is complete. Good morning, sunny day. You are whole. That is at your core, you are whole. You are missing nothing. There's nothing missing, and you are complete. The idea is that as we continue to look for our completeness and our wholeness, we get to celebrate that. And then by placing our attention on our wholeness, that wholeness somewhat magically, but it's no magic, it continues to expand and grow. I remember I had a friend in my life. She's since moved into another dimension. Lovey Janae Warner Curry, bringing shout out to her in this moment. She would tell me to get grateful, to adopt an attitude of gratitude. And that when I found myself depressed, sad, when I started finding that I was complaining a lot about things, what she told me to do was to start from my toes and work my way up, meaning get grateful. Now I call it an appreciation practice because what I appreciate appreciates. Now I'm going to tie this back into wholeness in just a moment, but this is kind of what the practice sounded like. All right. Wow. Okay. I have 10 toes. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got 10 toes. And those 10 toes are on my 2 feet, and I'm looking down at them, right? Looking down, and those feet are attached to 2 ankles. So I got both ankles, and I got 2 legs, and my legs have knees, and my knees work. Oh, okay. Like by the time I started getting just to my knees, I started getting super, super grateful and appreciating my wholeness. Okay. My knees, they're working. My thighs, right? All of my body parts, I started working my way up, right? Started working my way up on the outside, my waist, my hips, my butt, my back, my spine, my arms, my legs. Look, I have 10 fingers, and I just started just like really looking at my hands, and it's like my hands work. My hands are working, and making my way, to my big head and my eyes, my ears, like, and just getting into this sense of gratitude. I'm inviting you to do that for a moment right now. It's just like, just kind of take a look at your body. That's all on the outside. Then I started going on the inside, like my brain is functioning. My eyes can see, I can smell, I can taste, I can touch. Like every organ, every function in my body, the capillaries, the cells, my lungs are bringing oxygen through to my brain, and my kidneys are filtering out the blood. Like all of a sudden, having this opportunity to get grateful, this practice of gratitude, or what I now call my appreciation practice, that appreciation practice actually pointed to my wholeness, that I am whole, I am complete. There's nothing missing. Yeah, they took my appendix out when I was like 5 or 6 or something like that, but I'm still whole, right? Like everything is working. And even for those of us who might have knee pains or joint pains or things of that nature, there is still wholeness. There is still that function in our bodies, right? So, how do you find wholeness within? um there's also a sense that it's not just the physical, that there is this emotional wholeness, this spiritual wholeness, right? That there's financial wholeness meaning feeling complete. There's this sense of completion. And I was reminded as I watched the movie the other day, I was reminded that not only must we bring our focus and our attention to it, but we actually get to be in that feeling tone. That's what that practice of appreciation did for me. Because when I'm thinking about, let's say, my financial wholeness, right? And I want to be like, but I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't live over there, I don't live over there, I need money for this, I have these bills or that bill or whatever. Even right where I am right now, when I begin to think about my financial wholeness, if I practice that appreciation, that attitude of gratitude as it has to do with my finances, I'm like, wait a minute, I got clothes to wear. I'm wearing some gold jewelry, right? Like I have a roof over my head. Like, wait a minute, I have internet and I get to talk to you right here from the comfort of my own home. My lights are on, my gas bill is paid. I have food in the refrigerator. Like my finances. Wow. When I begin to just simply, that's just like equivalent to the 10 toes on my foot. It's just like, and they work. And I begin to actually feel that feeling of like my abundance. And when I'm feeling that feeling of my abundance, I'm recognizing that financially I experience wholeness, that it is complete, that there is enough, that there is nothing lacking. Nothing lacking. I love this quote by Guy Finley. He says, "We need to see and agree that what we seek already lives within us, and we within it. Now we know our one great task. Watch for whatever promises us freedom, and then quietly, consciously refuse to see ourselves through the eyes of what we know is incomplete. Then we live wholeness itself instead of spending our lives looking for it." Thank you, Nancy. Nancy says, "I have all that and more today." Absolutely. And what Guy is saying here, he's saying we consciously refuse to see ourselves through the eyes of being incomplete. We refuse to see ourselves through the eyes of lack and limitation. What we do is we consciously live wholeness in itself instead of looking for it out there. The wholeness that you seek is not on the outside of you. We see evidence of it, like my clothes and the lights. We see evidence of it, but it is actually within. It is that sense, that feeling tone of the wholeness within. Again, he says we need to see and agree that what we seek already lives within us, and we within it. Now we know our one great task. Watch for whatever promise us freedom, and then quietly and consciously refuse to see ourselves through the eyes of incompleteness. We must see ourselves from and through the eyes of I am whole, perfect, and complete. And we must begin to just feel that on the inside of us. How many of you have actually tried that this morning, to feel complete? I know when I woke up this morning, my first thought, it's a great day to be alive. And already it was like, that sense of wholeness, that sense of I am complete, that there is nothing missing from me. Yes, I am, right? So this practice of wholeness, yes, spiritual practices are the road to our wholeness. They remind us of the truth of who we are. We got to stop looking on the outside of ourselves for that person, place, or thing to fill us. We are already filled. We are filled full with the love, with the joy, with the peace, with the abundance, with the health, the wholeness. Like that is who we are. And so when we look within, when we begin within, when we stop relying on others to fill me or to fill you or or things to fill you, shopping. Oh no, I got to go shopping. Oh, these new shoes give me life. Like stop it. Stop it. Sunny Day says, "I'm so grateful the breath of God is breathing me." Yes. Yes. So here's what we get to do, right? We get to find meaning. We get to find the meaning of wholeness within ourselves. You are whole. I want to really bring that point home, especially as we completing this month of wholeness, that you are already whole. Now, of course, right? Those folks who are in recovering from food addiction, from alcoholism, drug addiction, shopping, you name it, any weapon of mass distraction, as I like to call them, all of those things keep us stuck in beliefs and behaviors that are destructive, that are not constructive. When we turn to this drug, this alcohol, this food, get to asking yourself, or this person, place, it could be love and sex addiction, right? When you find yourself betraying yourself by seeking the wholeness outside of you. Oh, this thing is going to make me complete. Or when you begin to feel some type of way and you start craving sugar or cookies or alcohol or drugs or shopping, or, oh, you got to start getting on social media. Social media addiction is a real thing these days, right? When you're looking for how many likes did I get in order to feel fulfilled, or how many people called me for my birth, like all of that I consider weapons of mass distraction. They distract you, they distract me from living my best life. My best life is not gauged on the outside. It is always, how am I fulfilling my life? Because as I focus on the me, now many people will tune in right here and be like, it's all about I, me. The life that you live is the life that you live. That is the only life you have. So to the degree in which you take your life and have it be the best life possible, you are shining your light so brightly that others are like, yo, what are you doing? Because I want to be happy, joyous, and free as well. Yo, what are you doing? Because I've been stuck in this behavior and these beliefs that are destructive. I actually want to rise up. I actually want to I want to come out of this sadness, this depression, this fear, this anxiety, and frankly, the booze, the drugs, the food, the sex, the shopping, the gambling, all of that, the social media, that is not fulfilling you. It is only continuing to distract you into more of the same. And so the practice is to, again, begin within and to bring your focus inward, to actually recognize the joy, recognize the peace, recognize the wholeness, and to feel it, generate the feeling within you. Now, a lot of people say no. They say it's the opposite. They be like, when I get this thing, I feel happy. No, I feel happy, therefore I attract the thing. So the idea is to just bring the attention here. Bring the attention here to that life essence, to that prana, to that I am presence, and recognizing that right where you are, the fullness and the wholeness of God, your body temple is the dwelling place of the Most High. And as you close your eyes, like I'm doing right now, to cast away the world of effects and actually recognize that life is right here. The joy is right here. The peace is right here. Like getting into that attitude of gratitude, like I did starting with my 10 toes and my 2 feet. And we begin to actually recognize that and bring our attention over and over and over to that indwelling power and prayer, to that life, that my blood is circulating, that when I drink, I eliminate, that my organs, my every action and function is working, that I am whole. And that begins to generate that feeling of wholeness, that feeling of love, that feeling of abundance, that feeling of peace, all of that feeling of joy. It's like, whoa, all of a sudden I just want to jump up and do the Holy Ghost dance. But that is the feeling that gets generated, that feeling of like, oh, I love my life. I just spontaneously from time to time be like, yo, I love my life. Did I tell you I love my life? And from that place, all that is for my highest and best is attracted to me because I've generated that feeling tone, and that feeling tone is being broadcast. And as that broadcast, because we're all vibration, we're all vibing right now. We're all vibing. There's a vibration that's happening right now when we generate that. And that vibration actually attracts more of the same. And that's why I can say that wholeness is who I am, that wholeness is who you are, because I recognize it. I tapped into it. It is what I am vibrating from, and it is what I continue to attract into my life. The same thing about our finances, our health. It is the same thing about love, that the moment that we begin to generate that feeling within us, we must be the sub-generator of that feeling, of that vibration. It is the same thing that when we're vibrating on a low frequency, the things that we bring to us are low level frequencies. When we're vibing on, I don't have enough, my health is poor, I don't have jack diddly squat, then that vibration is also vibing out and attracting more of the same. And that's why it's just like more of the same, of the same, of the same. So right where you are, you get to generate the feeling tone of what it is you want to bring into your life by recognizing that it is already there, being grateful for it, having that attitude of gratitude and appreciate, and what you appreciate appreciates. And that vibration, when you're walking down the street, people are looking at you like, damn, she's on a high vibration right there. Yo, check him out. He's almost floating. Look at him. He's almost levitating because of that high vibration that we are just simply vibing out, and it attracts more of the same. So beloveds, as we close out this month of wholeness, it's best for you to know that wholeness is not on the outside of you, that you are the wholeness that you seek, that it is right where you are. It is right where you are. So generate that. Generate it within yourself. Have that be your high vibration, and have that vibration bring you more of the same, and watch your life change. So even though we're closing out for wholeness this month, it is an ongoing practice. Know that you are loved. I love and appreciate you so very much. And just wanted to just give a shout out. Hey, Ed Tansey, way across the country. I love you, beloved. Just want to give a shout out to all of you, to thank you so much for tuning in, and just asking for your support. In other words, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. I'm trying to get like 1,000 subscribers at least, so that I can begin to just have a dedicated YouTube channel. Like and subscribe here on Facebook. Go to the website, aspiritualremedy.com. Let me know how I can be of support to you. Send me a message, on a plane, a letter, a note in the bottle. You can get to me any way you possibly can. It's important to just go ahead and leave a message here in the chat below, so that I can reach back out to you and support you in any way that I can. Until next week, we start a new month next week, and I'm super excited to be with you then. Until then, know that you are loved and appreciated. Have a great day, everybody.
Celebrate life. You celebrate your life. Celebrate the memories, the birds and the trees, the hugs and the kisses, the hits and the misses.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Love and appreciate.
Love and appreciate.
Show them that you care.
Show them that you care, and you'll always be there.
Yeah.
Celebrate life. Rejoice, rejoice, 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 celebrate life. Rejoice,